Got the magic bells, haven't I? Often I have to ding these again and again and again, but that was just like one tiny little, and everyone heard. So thank you guys. Thank you for listening to the bell, but really thank you for turning up. Thank you for coming along today to our introduction to Breathwork session. Breathwork is something I am absolutely passionate about. Absolutely passionate about because of its insanely powerful healing and transformative effect. My name's Ben, by the way. I should have said that right at the beginning. My name's Ben, and I am Breathing Space, which is who we're running today. I'm not by myself. You'll have seen I've got lots of amazing assistants around. Some of them are standing up, some of them are sitting down. So they're all here with me today to help support your journey. So Breathwork is absolutely amazing, and I am thrilled that we've got such a big group today to experience. I came across it about 5 years ago in Bali, where I met my teacher Anthony, and I've been doing yoga and meditation meditation twice daily practice for about 7 years, sitting on a meditation cushion, hoping for emptiness and enlightenment, and about 10 years before that on a yoga mat, and I did more in one session of breath work than I had done through all of that journey. And I kind of thought, right, I better kind of help take this out here. So that's why I'm holding this space, because I absolutely love this kind of work, and I'm pretty sure you're going to have an amazing experience today. So what does this session look like? We're kind of here for an hour and a half to 2 hours. We will absolutely finish by 1 o'clock. And if anyone really does need to go by before that, 12:30 or quarter to 1, that is absolutely fine. I just want to set that now, but we will be absolutely finished by 1 o'clock. That's the boundary that we have on that. We're going to do a couple of things. We'll do a breath technique first in a little while. We will then I will then give an in-depth introduction and explanation to conscious connected breathing, which is the breath work that we will be doing, conscious connected breathing. And we will be doing that for 30 minutes, and it's lying on our back on yoga mats, set to music. And the music will start gently, it'll rise to a peak, and then it will fall off again. So it's like a journey, if you like. And then after we have had our breathwork journey, we will have a chance to share. And we will be sharing probably in pairs to begin with, and then we'll come back to a group. It's not compulsory to share. Okay, if you don't want to say anything, that is absolutely fine. But I really encourage it. I really encourage it, because it's not often in our lives we actually get a chance to speak and be properly listened to. Especially about something like breathwork, where you get a chance to go to those tender and vulnerable places in a supported and safe environment, which is what we'll be doing. Okay. Now I'll talk more about breathwork a little bit later on, but does anyone have any questions about the kind of the big picture about the kind of workshop that we'll be doing today? We will have a little break, so if anyone needs to run out to the loo, we will get that chance as well. Okay? Okay, well before we go into conscious connected breathing, I'd like to introduce you to probably my favourite breath technique. And it comes from yoga. It's a pranayama technique, and it's so good for kind of calming yourself down if you're ever feeling anxious or stressed or fearful. And it does actually work. It actually does work. I've been a breathwork facilitator for about 2 or 3 years, and I hear myself say a lot of crap sometimes. And I was in a situation 10 days ago. I was driving back from France in my battered old Peugeot, and just outside of Dijon, going about 80 miles an hour down the motorway, my car cut out. So that's stressful enough anyway in the middle of a motorway, with cars kind of nipping around, because it is actually really dangerous and life-threatening. But I managed to kind of pull over and creep along to a sort of service station, like kind of little car park. And then I had the stress of I've got a ferry in 5 hours time. I'm in a foreign country, my French isn't great. How much is this going to cost? How do I even get home? What do I do to my, what's going to happen? And that is actually a pretty stressful situation to be in. There's all sorts of triggers that come up for me for like that. And I managed to get through to the emergency services, and they said, I understood them to say, we'll send out a car to come and pick you up. It will take about half an hour, and that's about the limits of my French. And I could feel my heart beating. I could feel the sweat pouring off me. I could feel the kind of tension in my stomach. And a little voice said to me, come on, you're a breathwork facilitator. You are supposed to be able to handle this kind of stuff. So I sat down on a park bench and I did this technique for about 20-25 minutes. And it actually worked. So much so that when the very rustic French guy with his big pickup lorry appeared to tow my car away, I could just sit and joke with him in the cab, not really understand what he was saying, and be taken to the middle of nowhere in the middle of France and have to wait there for sort of 7 or 8 hours whilst they had their 3-course lunch to wait to change what happened to be just a battery in the end, which could have been done at the roadside really, but it felt really good and I felt calm and in control. Yeah, there was still stuff that had to be done, but I felt in my authority to do it. I felt like I could handle that situation. And this is the technique that I use. It's called box breathing, and we do it to a count. We do it to a count of inhaling to 4, and then we hold at the top for 4. We exhale to a count of 4, and then we hold empty for a count of 4. And we just go in that kind of box pattern. Inhaling, holding, exhaling, holding. It doesn't have to be to a count of 4. I'll cue it to begin with, and then I will stop talking and I will let you count it in your own to your own period. So you may actually change your pattern, and that's absolutely okay. Is there any questions around that, the first little technique? This is probably a major takeaway to have as this technique to kind of, if you're ever in a stressful situation. Michael?
Are we keeping it symmetrical? If we change it to say 8, we do 8, 8, 8.
Yes. Yeah. Or 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay, so it doesn't have to be cross-legged in a kind of pose of enlightenment. You can sit however you wish. I recommend a straight spine, if possible. To just kind of sense, close your eyes and just feel yourself really arriving.
Is it nose or mouth or?
Through the nose.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep our mouths closed if it's on. So exhale fully. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold empty, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Now keep that count going in your head. We will be doing this for 5 minutes.